Have you ever wanted to make some extra cash but you weren't sure how to go about joining up Uber? Well, I'm going to take you step by step on direct.
Bonjour à tous, bienvenue à ma chaîne, and je m'appelle Zachary, and today we're talking about cash. And I've been doing Uber Eats for about 18 months now, and I have to say that it's a pretty easy way to actually make some cash. And so today we're going to look at how to do that. Now there's a few things you're going to need to get started. The first is obviously a bike. Now this can either be a motorbike or it can be a push bike. You can even do it in a car, but I'd recommend doing it on a motorbike because it's much more fuel efficient and you don't want to be pedaling 3 or 4 kilometers to take someone a pizza. The next thing you need is a hot box. Now this is what a hot box is. Now Uber provides these when you first sign up for $30. So they actually minus your account by $30 before you start. And so the first $30 that you make actually pays back the price of the hot box. The other things that you need is a mobile phone. Obviously, you're going to want to make sure that your mobile phone doesn't run out of battery. So an external battery is also a good idea. You're going to need to hold the phone somewhere so you can actually see where you're going, where you've got the maps up. So you can either use a wristband or a mount for your bike. So all of these things will actually be down in the description if you'd like to purchase them as well. Once you've organized all of that, you need to go through the sign up process, which is slightly different for each country, but I'm going to tell you what it's like for Australia, and I'm sure it's probably not that much different for where you are as well. Go to the App Store and download the app. Now the app is called Uber Driver. There's a couple of different ones that you can choose from, but Uber Driver is the one that you need to get if you're the one that's going to be driving. So as you can see here, Uber Eats is the one if you're going to order food. The blue one, Uber Driver, is the one you want to download. Create a login and sign in, and then you'll be ready to go. Now it's a lot easier to do this if you're doing it on a desktop computer, but I'm going to show you what it looks like on a phone. Now once you sign in and you go to the account screen, you'll see all of these tabs here. Now each one of these have to be completed in order for you to be able to start driving. The first one is the vehicle. So you need to enter the details of the thing that you're driving. Now if it's a bike, there's a whole lot less items that you need to enter than if it is a car or if it is a motorbike. I'm not going to go into details about the push bike, but I'm going to show you what I did when I signed up for a motorbike. So you need to enter the make, so obviously this is the manufacturer. After that, you need to choose the model, and that's the type of motorbike for that manufacturer. Then you need to enter the year, so this is the year that your bike was made. After that, you need to choose the license plate number that is on that particular bike, and then you need to say what color it is, just so it's more recognizable when you're dropping something off. The next bit is documents. This doesn't always get approved instantly and sometimes can take a few days. Now, the first one is your license, so that's pretty easy enough. If you're on your phone, you can just take a photo of the front and the back and upload those images there. The next one is your ID, so you obviously have to upload your license. They want a second form of ID as well, so I just use my passport. After that, it asks you to do a criminal history check. So I'm presuming this is in case you've had any accidents with your car and you've been involved with the police. It automatically does it for you. I didn't have to pay anything, so I assume neither will you. It does take about 2 or 3 days for it to go through. Bear in mind, if you are doing this on the weekend, it may take a little bit longer as well. The next one after that is just a photo of yourself. It's a good idea to make it a real photo of yourself because when you do log into Uber each time, usually it asks you to take a selfie. Now this is to try and make sure that people aren't using other people's accounts. So if someone gets suspended, for example, and then you want to give your phone to them to help them out to make some cash, you can't do that. After that, you need to upload your visa status if you're not an Australian citizen. And the last 2 things, you need to send a copy of your registration and your insurance. Now, the registration and the insurance, for me, for some reason, has always gotten rejected several times, and I have to actually send them a message to get them to read it manually and then approve it. I've uploaded exactly the same photos every single time, but for some reason, there's always an issue, so I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because the support team are American. It was very difficult for me to find an insurer that actually insured you whilst you were doing Uber. I rang about 7 or 8 different places and none of them said that they covered that. So NRMA has been the only place so far that I've found that says that they'll cover you. I'm not sure what insurance types exist in other countries. If you do Uber somewhere other than Australia, Comment below and write what type of insurance you need in the country that you're in. The next one is simple enough as well. It's payment, so you just need to enter your bank details. Now, Uber does payments on a weekly basis, so you will get your money usually about Monday or Tuesday, depending on what bank you're with, and that happens each week. And it will give you all the money you made up until midnight Sunday that week. One of the interesting things about the way this works is it sends the jobs to the person that's closest to the restaurant that has the pickup. So if you're sitting around in an area that's in the middle of nowhere, that has no restaurants near it, it's going to take a long time for you to get work. So it's a good idea to try and hang around places that you know have lots of places that people order food from. Eventually you'll get the idea which places get orders a lot and which places get orders not so much. So you're all signed up, you've got all your documents approved, and now you're ready to go. What do? Well, turn on the app, go out, and wait for a job. When the order comes up on your phone, you'll see how far away the place is in minutes. Click accept and it'll send you the address of the place you have to go to. And it tells you the name of the person that you're picking the order up for, and it tells you what the items are that you need to get as well. Go into the store, sometimes there's specific instructions as to which door you need to go in or where you need to wait. Tell the people there that you're ready to pick up the order for whoever it is, for Uber. They'll give you the bag, and all you need to do is click on the option next to the person's name, and then it'll show you the address of where you need to take the food. Now, sometimes if you're near a restaurant that has more than one person ordering at once, it will send you 2 jobs. I've never personally got more than 2 jobs at once, but it is kind of exciting when this does happen, because then you kind of get 2 jobs for the price of 1. You get paid twice and you don't really have to do half as much work. It's a good idea to actually send a message to the person after you pick up the food, because some people live in bizarre places. I've been to so many buildings before where it has no numbers on it, or the person doesn't actually write what apartment number they're in, or there's multiple entrances and you have no idea which one to go in. So send a message to the person saying that you're on your way and ask if there's any special delivery instructions. So ratings are interesting. So it kind of works in 2 ways. You're given a rating by the shop that you picked something up from, and you're given a rating by the actual person that you're delivering stuff to. Now, it's not a number rating as such. It's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't know what happens if the person doesn't rate you at all. I guess it just counts to a neutral rating. But once you go below 85%, they start to send you messages saying that your rating is low and that you need to improve them. Now, this rating is made up on a percentage scale based on the last 100 jobs that you did. So let's say, for example, the last 95 jobs that you had, people gave you a thumbs up, and the other 5 jobs, people gave you the thumbs down. Your score would be 95%. And Uber actually has tips as well as to how you can improve those. Everyone gets a referral code, so if you get somebody else to sign up using the referral code, then you could get some money. Now, this depends on if the person that signs up actually starts driving, and you only get a cash bonus after their first 100 jobs. I hope that's been helpful today for you. If you've ever wondered what happens with Uber drivers, if you are an Uber driver in your own country or Australia, comment below and tell me what your experiences are. I'm going to be signing up for Uber when I get to Paris, so if you are an Uber driver in Paris, please let me know your experiences. I'd be very, very interested to know. There's another video coming in a couple of months as well, which will show you my experience signing up on the app there. Thank you for watching today. Je m'appelle Christopher Zachary, en direct. If you'd like to subscribe, make sure you hit that button. Don't forget to also press the bell if you want to receive notifications. You can check out my Facebook, my Instagram, my Patreon, and spread the love. And until next time, this is Christopher Zachary, en direct. À plus tard.